Last but not least, world-class innovators ride generational acceleration. Well, that's a little question. I want you to look around the room when I ask this question. How many of you, the very first computer course you ever took involved learning COBOL, BASIC, or Fortran? Hold up your hands. Look at all the baby boomers there. We are a fascinating generation. We are the only generation in the history of mankind who have ever met the punch card. You know, we met the punch card. Do not fold, spindle, or mutilate. We still don't know what spindle means. You know, I wrote this book in the 1990s called Surviving the Information Age. I dug out all these articles from Reader's Digest in 1964. You know, in the future, computers are going to be doing all the work for us. You know, we're going to only work 4 hours a week because they're doing all the work on our behalf. We're going to live a life of leisure. We were in the workforce when the mainframe came in, and a lot of it didn't go well. And so a lot of baby boomers feel battered and bruised by technology. Ogden Nash captured the sentiment perfectly when he said that, you know, for a lot of folks, progress is great, but it's gone on way too long. But we live in a fascinating period of time. Here's a little cartoon which puts our reality in perspective. Here's a kid helping his father install some software. Okay, Dad, we've loaded the disk, and what you gotta do is you gotta transfer the file to here, and then you're gonna double click to open. He is walking his father through step by step how to install a piece of software. And the last frame really puts in perspective the unique period of time in which we find ourselves today. See, Dad, that's how you install an internet porn filter. Think about it. We live in an extraordinary period of time, so for a lot of baby boomers dealing with technology, dealing with accelerated change, dealing with a world in which the future belongs to those who are fast, it's a tremendous challenge. The next generation is fundamentally different. The next generation thrives in change. They thrive in innovation. They thrive in new ideas. They thrive in new methodologies. They thrive in technology. And they are coming into your manufacturing organizations, and they are saying, where do I plug in? They are forced to be reckoned with. Half the global population right now is under the age of 25. They're wired, they're collaborative, they're entrepreneurial. You know, and they are now driving rapid business model change and industry transformation as they come into executive roles. So what do you need to do at this conference? You need to be in the frame of mind that the future belongs to those who are fast. How do you do that? What do world-class innovators really do? It's quite simple. They think big, they start small, they scale fast. They think really big in terms of the scope and potential of what they can do with massive transformation. They start a lot of small-scale projects to build up their experience and their capabilities, and they learn how to scale fast. So I'll leave you with 10 words that should form the core of the way that you think about innovation. The very first word is observe. During the brief period of time I've had with you on stage, I've shared with you only a few of the trends which are going to change our world and provide opportunity. Think about what these trends mean. Think about your attitude towards the future. Some people see a trend and see a threat. Innovators see the same trend and see an opportunity. And what do you need to change? What do you need to change in terms of your approach to change? What do you need to change in terms of your willingness to take on new ideas, new ways of thinking, new methodologies, new technologies? What do you need to change in the culture of your organization? Where do you need to take some risks? You've got a show floor out there full of fascinating technologies, fascinating ideas. And you might look at some of those and think, I'm not going to try that. I'm adverse to risk. I don't like to try new things. Write down a list of 3 things you see on the show floor that are full of risk and commit to going and doing those things, because otherwise you fall into a sense of complacency that holds you back from the future. Banish. You know, I've realized with a lot of organizations, there are people who wake up in the morning, the very first thought that comes to their mind is, what am I going to do today to kill great ideas? Seriously, this is what they do. You know this because they have these meetings where somebody comes out and says, with a great idea, somebody reacts, well, you can't do that because we've always done it this way. Somebody has a great idea and somebody says it won't work. Somebody has a great idea and somebody says it's doomed to fail. We have these innovation killers which give us an organizational sclerosis which clogs up our ability to try to do new things. You have to try it. You should be able to show floor and find 3 other great ideas that are great home runs, obvious home runs, easy things you can do that you haven't done before, because we all need some wins in our life. You should question. We develop assumptions and habits and routines. The assumption in that room in Stuttgart, Germany in 2003 is we would not see companies coming to the auto industry which would transform the concept of what an automotive company is. Do not become complacent about your business model, about your position, about who your competition is, about the nature of the way your manufacturing sector works. focus on growth. There is so much opportunity in this renaissance that is North American manufacturing. With all the new ideas, all the technologies, all the new methodologies, with everything that is occurring. You have to do. It is so easy to fall into an innovation rut. You have to be action-oriented. You do those 9 things, you get into the 10th most important word of innovation of all, and that's enjoy. Thank you very much. Have a great conference.